All right, what is up? It is a beautiful Wednesday, somewhat beautiful. I just got done with my strength run for this week, which were 3-mile intervals at a little bit faster than marathon pace, or at least that's what the goal was supposed to be. And I bonked today. Today's the first day that I've ever bonked. For those that don't know what the term is, bonking is where you essentially run out of energy. You run out of fuel. You're unable to maintain your workout. You're unable to maintain a certain pace throughout your workout. And so this is how I interpret a bonk, is when someone underfuels or underhydrates and gets to the point where they just can't continue their workout. And I reached that point towards the end of my workout. And in hindsight, I understand why I bonked. And all of the factors come back to me. And I very much believe that it's extremely important that we take responsibility for the shortcomings that we have. And so in my eyes, I failed my workout. And I don't say that in such a negative way where I'm like, oh, poor me, woe is me, and now I'm going to give up. It's a realization that I could have done better for myself. And to a certain extent, I set myself up for failure. I was underfueled today. I started my run at somewhere around 2 o'clock, 2:15-ish. 2:30-ish, and the last time that I ate was for breakfast, and I ate around 9:30. I ate breakfast, and that was about the extent of it. I hadn't eaten. I got busy with work. I prioritized work ahead of my fueling. I underhydrated, so I did not, I literally didn't drink this. I drank about half of this. That was about the extent of my water today, aside from a cup of coffee and a cup of what I call mud water. You can look that up on the internet, but it's got a combination of different mushrooms, cordyceps, nootropics, that kind of stuff. But when it came to actual water, electrolytes, I was extremely underhydrated. Hindsight being 2020, and sometimes you don't think about that when you get caught up in the hustle and bustle of your day, that your body needs fuel, especially for a workout like I had planned for today. If you're going for an easy run, you can kind of get away with underfueling. But if you're going into a hard run where your heart rate's going to be relatively high and your body is going to have to utilize something other than body fat for fuel, you have to fuel. Also, being that it is hot right now, I'm in Sacramento. Actually, it's a cool week this week. It's 85 degrees outside. So it's relatively hot. I couldn't say, let's see, is there any humidity? There's no humidity. It's dry out here. So it's 85 degrees, but it's relatively hot comparatively speaking. And I didn't hydrate. And I felt every bit of it. Now, I could look at my numbers and go, oh, they weren't so bad. My first 3-mile interval was a 7:23, and my second 3-mile interval was a 7:41. It definitely could have been worse. And I could spin that into a very, very positive run by going, oh, it was hot outside and I could have ran faster if if the temperature was cooler. But when it came down to it, I got to my last 1 mile run, my 1 mile cool down, and I had to run walk it because I didn't have the ability to maintain even an easy pace for my final mile. So I consider that a bonk. I got to a point, I finished my intervals, but I was unable to continue my cool down or finish my cool down, or I had to walk my cool down. And so that just means that I was super depleted today. So that was that's my story for today, you guys. I bonked. First time. I told myself I wouldn't. I told myself I'd stay on top of my nutrition, but never say never. And to a certain extent, I'm happy that I got to experience a bonk because it makes me, or I'm hoping that what it'll do is make me hyper focused on making sure that I'm hydrated and fueled for my next hard workouts when I'm doing my marathon training. So I just wanted to share that with you, not because I wanted it to be a poor me scenario, but I wanted to share it with you because we can still spin that into something positive, which is understand where your shortcomings were. You take responsibility for the mistakes that you made, and you gain an understanding of how you can improve for the next time so that you don't experience it. Because it's one thing to talk about it, it's a whole nother scenario to experience it. I've never, or at least not in recent memory, been in a position where I literally had to stop and I had to walk and I couldn't continue an easy jog. Even in my hardest workouts. And today was the first day. So again, I wanted to share it with you because I want you to be able to press on if you had a struggle or setback in your training. I want you to understand why it happened. I want you to take responsibility for it so that you have the ability to learn from your mistakes so you can ensure that it doesn't happen to you again. And that's what I'm going to do. I know what I did wrong. I know how I can improve, and I will improve the next time around. All right. So that's all I got, you guys. So subscribe down below, hit like, and just make sure you guys are going out there and fueling your bodies prior to your workouts. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll respond back in the comments the best I can. Make sure that you guys are hydrating and making sure that you're preparing your body for the workout so that you can get the most out of your workouts as possible. All right, you guys, I love you all. Remember, consistency over perfection. You guys just be consistent in your training. There is nothing more important than your consistency in your training and in your nutrition. And I'll catch you next time. If there's some topics that you guys want me to talk about, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love some ideas that would interest you guys, and I would be happy to make a video on it. All right. Deuces, guys. Have a great one. And gals. Guys and gals. All right.